Hey guys, welcome to the next video. In this one, I want to talk about another one of my favorite concepts pretty briefly. And we're going to use the internet. We're going to use the internet browser to help us out here a little bit. So here you go. Wow, isn't that cool? Anyways, by the way, shameless plug again. If you guys like this content, like, I guess me in general. If you like me, uh, come over to my Twitch and say hello. Let's talk. I'm playing Power World right now, but I'll play any game. Usually I just stop and talk to people, honestly. The game's like pretty chill. But see, look, I have 87 out of 100 for my follower goal. So follow the link in the description of my Twitch. Like my Twitch. Follow my Twitch. Okay. All right. Shameless plug over. All right. Let me get that off there. So in this video, I want to talk to you about the path of least resistance and why it's what a lot of people, it's different from what people say it is, I think. There's the whole like not putting any effort into what you're doing and just expecting things to be given to you and oh, I'm going to, I mean, this means different things for different people too, right? So I'm here to break this down a little bit. Like, it's not just black and white. There's not just the hard path and the path of least resistance. You get what I mean? Because you choosing your hard. I know a lot of you guys have heard that before. So it's like, it's hard to be lazy. It's also hard to be dedicated. It's hard to, create structure in a public presentation, but it's also hard to have, performance anxiety. And that's not really a good example. But so I just wanted to click through a couple of these. It's not going to be a very long video, but so check this one out. Resistance. It's the path of least resistance, not the path of no resistance. So I really advocate for this a lot in my life because I've had some struggles, especially changing my major recently and the last year or so. And, like having a lot of realizations that, like, you can kind of keep beating your head against the wall and wind up, you can really will yourself, like a person with strong will, you can will yourself right into a spot in your life that is not really where you're supposed to be, and unfortunately, I think a lot of people can resonate with that. Because human will is like strong. You could do whatever you want. You know what I mean? But sometimes it's important to like consider the options here. You know what I mean? And adjust. In the military, we say adjust fire, right? Okay, this one I pulled up. Through the path of least resistance, you have your realizations. For everything that you want, there's a path of least resistance to help you to it. When you hold a desire, there are 20 or 30 immediate avenues for you to follow right away. So I like this because, like, see, a lot of people, they usually, you know, look, it leads to crooked rivers and crooked men. Henry David Thoreau. I think, like, in context, it's a different context here. Like, I do agree. If you know what I mean? If you're not going to put in effort to anything and you just want things to be given to you, kind of like that external locus of control or internal locus of control video I put out, then yeah, it's not good, you know. But here's another one. So yeah, you see that one was kind of, I don't really get it. It's sort of making the point that I want. It's illustrating this point in a logical sense, like not just saying it's bad, you know. So here, like this one, like water, we mostly follow the path of least resistance. And so I think that like that kind of goes back to that Bruce Lee quote everybody remembers where he's like, be like water. Water's adaptable. Water can rage or it could be calm. It can fill a cup. It's like it always will fill that container. And I think that's like the point I'm trying to make here is like to be flexible and water's gonna like go downhill. It's gonna go with the flow. So like that's really what I mean by saying like take the path of least resistance is like sure, you know, yeah, that's it. And then this one. To live the path of least resistance means that one is aligned with nature and with the divine expression of life itself. Wow, that's kind of profound, from Michael Hetherington. Okay. So yeah. I mean, like you get what I'm saying though. I think it's in a interesting context because so look, the path of least resistance is often appealing, but is rarely, if ever, satisfying. I disagree though because I think it's like All right, let me formulate my thought here and put it on the internet. But I think the path of the most resistance is what people should consider. Like, here's my argument, right? Why would they call it input bias? It's like people value things more if you say that you've spent an enormous amount of time on them. Like, they're inherently more valuable. Input bias. Like, if I put out this video and I said I recorded this video 10 times before I finally got the perfect, capture, and then I put it out, you'd probably value it more if I told you, yeah, oh yeah, this is just me recording. Like, you know what I mean? Or if I said, if here's a good example. If I said I'm applying the psychological knowledge that I've gained from, this university into making these videos, and I'm also applying the things I've learned my entire life, and I'm pouring my heart and soul into these videos, you would be like, oh my god, wow. But if I said, yeah, I just looked up a couple of these images on the internet, and I'll make a video about it, then you'd be like, it's not so valuable. So when you consider that, right, like the path of the most resistance, I think it's a testament to saying, like, yes, things should be refined, but you know I think I've made my point. You get what I'm trying to say here is, like, it's okay for you not to spend a million hours on something. Like, you can if you want to. That's fine. But a lot of times we fall subject to that input bias where it's like this is where the whole perfectionism thing comes in. But that's okay. I mean, perfectionism is important for some reasons. But yeah, it's an interesting opinion. That's all. Just wanted to share my opinion. I hope you got something out of this video. I'm going to make another one now. I'm just making YouTube videos all day.